Since October 7th, the war on Gaza has entered a new phase, one that's no longer just about military operations. Israel is quietly working on something bigger, redrawing the geographic and demographic map of Gaza. But why? What's the real objective? And how are Egypt and the international community reacting? Gaza has always been a strategic headache for Israel. After the 2005 unilateral withdrawal, Israel continued to control Gaza indirectly, through airspace, borders, and blockades. But the current war, with its massive destruction and displacement, signals something different. In Israeli media and military discussions, a new phrase is being used: the humanitarian zone. It refers to a buffer area in southern Gaza, near the Egyptian border, allegedly for civilian safety. But in reality, this may be part of a larger plan to engineer Gaza's demographics and reshape its borders. Throughout the war, Israel has leveled entire neighborhoods in the north and center of Gaza, used heavy bombing to create vast, uninhabitable areas, forced over 1.5 million Palestinians to move south, pushed narratives encouraging permanent relocation. This is not just warfare. It's a systematic attempt to make parts of Gaza permanently unlivable, and possibly detach them from Palestinian control altogether. The motives behind this plan are strategic: disrupt Hamas's power centers by permanently altering the population layout, separate Gaza from the West Bank, destroying hopes for a unified Palestinian state, create governable zones that can be controlled or manipulated, and achieve on the ground what peace negotiations never could. Egypt strongly opposes the plan for a so-called humanitarian zone near its border. Why? Well, it fears a mass exodus of Palestinians into Sinai. Egypt sees this as a direct threat to its national security. It also considers the move a violation of the Camp David Accords, which guarantee border stability. Egypt has sent direct warnings to Israel and has made its stance clear in diplomatic channels: no to forced displacement, no to changing Gaza's borders. The United States, while supporting Israel's right to self-defense, has not openly rejected the buffer zone idea. In fact, the term safe corridors has been echoed in United States briefings. The United Nations has warned against forced displacement, but its actions have been honestly largely symbolic. The European Union is divided. Some states like Ireland and Spain have condemned Israeli actions, while others, such as Germany, remain aligned with Tel Aviv. Arab countries are publicly rejecting the idea, but there's a lack of unified action. So far, no global power has drawn a firm line against this plan, giving Israel room to act. This is not just about military strategy. It's a blueprint for demographic and political transformation. It undermines the two-state solution permanently. It could set a dangerous global precedent for redrawing borders by force. It risks regional destabilization, especially with Egypt and Jordan, and perhaps worst of all, it aims to erase Palestinian presence in key areas. Israel is not just fighting Hamas, it is fighting the future of Gaza itself. The redrawing of Gaza's map is a quiet war, happening behind the scenes, but its consequences could last for generations. If the world remains silent, this map might not just change Gaza, it might change the rules of international law itself.